I have developed an effective system that helps doctors do handover effectively, and that's called Hive. Now, you can use the system either at the beginning of your handover or at the end, depending on what side of the handover you are on. So the very first is H. Now, H means the review of the handover notes. So you're reviewing of handover notes. Yeah. And here you use SBAR. And what is SBAR? Situation, background assessment, and recommendation. It's important to have all this updated in the notes so that you are documenting properly and the recommendations is clear so that the next team can act on it, or if you are the incoming team, you can do also act on it. With that said, the next thing you have to be aware of is I, and that's investigations. So what are the investigations? Key investigations here: bloods and imaging. They are very important, and you want to look at the bloods and imaging to find if there's anything that requires acting on that you need to get onto, and imaging if there is any important imaging that needs to be reviewed and documented and acted upon. Now, for instance, if you look at the imaging and you find that a simple bowel obstruction is actually closed loop bowel obstruction, you want to get on that and make sure that you're doing the right thing. The next is vitals, and vitals here basically is the early morning warning score system. You want to check whether the patient is snoozing and what is the reason. So blood pressure, temperature, heart rate, and things like that, oxygen saturation. And finally, you have the E system, which is the extras. So here is emergent instructions. So are there referrals that needs to be sorted out? Is there an update, for instance, to other team or the patient's relatives that needs to be dealt with? And so if there are, you need to get on that and get them going. Here again, you can put in ECGs, sort ECGs out and things like echoes out. And also part of the V is the VBGs. Yeah, so this is the Hive system. I hope you find it useful. So it's HIVE. So H stands for review of the handover notes, whether you're incoming or outgoing. V stands for investigation, bloods and imaging, the most important ones. V stands for vital, news, VBGs, and other things. And E stands for extras, emergent instruction, ECGs, and echoes. I hope you find it useful, whether you are incoming or outgoing during your handover.